Good morning, generative AI educators. My name is Matt Johnson, and I am a teacher at Whitney High School. Today, I want to share with you a assignment that I created for my students in my artificial intelligence class. For a little bit of context here, this is the second and completer course in a CTE pathway. The first course is AP Computer Science Principles. What this means is that my students are pretty advanced academically um, for comparison, but there's nothing about coding in this assignment. So there's no particular reason that less advanced academic students or younger students couldn't do this. The specific assignment here is called Perspective Taking with Generative AI, and I was inspired based on my experience playing with ChatGPT. I can show you the conversation I was having with ChatGPT. So I decided I wanted to write a poem from the perspective of our school Wi-Fi, so overworked by constant student use. So you can see up top the prompt that I put in and what it immediately brought back, which I thought, as always, is amazing right from the start. But then you start tweaking it. So scroll down to a few other tweaks. Can you add more about your love of the students? Can you make sure to talk about being overwhelmed by their usage? Could you do it in the style of a folk song? Let me also note here, it says great work, ChatGPT, but there's little things that I find are oftentimes hard to correct. So note the connecting students from dusk till dawn, which is literally the opposite of the truth. Regardless, I consider perspective taking to be an incredibly valuable skill that I want my students to have. And so using a tool to take the perspective of something or someone else I thought was good for them. And I think there's something particularly mind-blowing about the fact that we can now use an artificial intelligence tool to do this. So with that in mind, you can see here the instructions that I gave my students. Note that we began with just a ChatGPT assignment. And the expectation was that they would perform this in front of the class. So part of what we're also doing is, getting them used to public speaking and taking the perspectives of others literally. From there, I asked them to pair it with some visual art. And there's more visual generative AI websites by the day. They could have used any that they wanted. I've given the names of the 3 sites that I think were most used by the students: Deep Dream Generator, Night Cafe, and DALL-E. And without further ado, some examples of student work. A beautiful poem from the perspective of a neuron and some swirly art on the left. Our new beloved James Webb telescope. A night out of time, bemoaning fast food. And a beautiful story about a pond with cherry blossoms. How did it go? In general, I thought it went great. I think the students have tons of fun doing this, and it makes them ask a lot of questions. I'm not going to say they necessarily loved presenting in front of the class, but I think it was good for them. All right. Once again, my name is Matt Johnson, and I'm a high school teacher. And if you'd like to contact me, my email address is matt.johnson@abcusd.us. Thank you.